It is the SMT Media Network talking the association. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss an upload from the SMT Media Network. All right, folks, we're here to talk about this Kris Middleton trade. Kris Middleton, a big piece of the reason why the Bucks won a championship just a few years ago. But things seem to have changed over in Milwaukee. They have reconstructed their roster in some ways. They obviously traded Drew Holiday, making room for the ability to acquire Damian Lillard. And Kris Middleton, a little bit of an injury bug that's hit him recently. Hasn't played much this season, but he's played for about the last month. And now he's traded. All right, so the move is going to send Kris Middleton to basketball purgatory in Washington, where he'll play for the Wizards and likely play out the full duration of his contract. And with respect to, Kyle Kuzma getting worked into the Milwaukee Bucks, they're going to look to kind of enhance their offense maybe. I don't know how they view, Kyle Kuzma built into their system. But with the structure of the trade, Kris Middleton, AJ Johnson go to the Wizards, and then the Milwaukee Bucks return Kyle Kuzma and Patrick Baldwin Jr. We'll have to see the way that the Bucks kind of integrate Kuzma into their system. You have Giannis, you have Dame Lillard, and then with respect to kind of the ancillary pieces, it's kind of some combination of Bobby Portis Jr. and Brook Lopez a little bit. The wing shooting center. We'll have to wait and see what this is going to look like. Kris Middleton is a proven commodity. Fell out of favor with the Bucks. Thought they could return something a little bit more meaningful to what they could get from their roster. But the Bucks have been known to tweak the roster. They've been doing this for a couple of years now. Things have not worked out, right? Giannis playing at an MVP caliber level, but the team not able to really do anything in the playoffs, right? So this is going to be, I guess, an attempt to try to, work in Kuzma into the team, into the rotation. How he fits, what they do with him remains to be seen, but they're going to try to get that figured out before the playoff run, where the Bucks are going to be competing with teams like the New York Knicks, the Cavs, the Celtics, who I perceive to be better than them, right? So this is going to be a project for the next several weeks as they work their way into the playoffs. So, if I'm thinking about who wins this trade or what it means, this is a nothing burger for the Wizards. Adding Kris Middleton does not do anything for you. It doesn't make you a better team. It doesn't mean you're going to all of a sudden start winning games. You're teaming him up with Jordan Poole or whatever else they have there. I mean, they're historically a bad team. They don't win games. So maybe, Kris Middleton, obviously he's a professional. Seems like a good dude, contribute to winning and those kind of things, and having the championship pedigree. But they're just not good. And then for Kuz, he's kind of become a journeyman. He was shipped out of LA, he was shipped to Washington, and now he's going to be at Milwaukee where he's going to try to fit in. He's definitely going to be a third option, behind both Giannis and Dame Lillard. But he could be a supplementary piece that's probably still going to get about 10 shots a game, especially if Doc Rivers can and Darvin can incorporate a system that gets him the ball in motion. He's an athletic player. He's got the prototypical size for the position, and he's pretty good. He's not a bad player at all. How much of an upgrade is this over Middleton? I'm not really sure, because I don't really know how they're going to utilize Kuzma, and I'm not sure how that's going to be different than what they were trying to do with Kris Middleton. I think the roster construction of the Bucks, outside of either Middleton or Kuzma, is a problem. It's just not conducive to beating the top teams in the East, let alone competing for a chip. I think they needed something more. This just feels like a move, not the move. But what's your take? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this trade, how Milwaukee looks now, and how they can compete in their kind of last half of the season, going into the playoffs. You guys think they're going to make a run? You guys think this makes them better? Let me know. Drop me a line in the comments.